Sony announced recently that they're pretty much going to be giving everybody a Cleveland steamer. And we all just have to wake up, stretch out our arms, take a big old and realize and ask, why does it smell like a Waffle House dumpster? So, yeah, they pretty much announced that they are going to collectively spank everybody's ass that purchased at least around the 1,200 of shows provided by the Discovery. Now, pretty much they had a new buyout, which was Warner Brothers pretty much absorbed Discovery. And now that they're not their own entity, their licensing agreement is pretty much up. So they're getting rid of it. Now, I've had a handful of friends always ask me, why do I always make two purchases on certain video games? And that's because of licensing. And I know 100% well the problem with it. So I'll use something I had to pick up and I bought off Amazon. It's a re-release and it made me happy. This right here. I don't know if anybody's seen this, that's watching this video. Cryed is not a bad show. Not very long, but it's a good show that I enjoy. Now, this is the Blu-ray. I couldn't even find it on Amazon to actually make the purchase. I mean Amazon Prime, the actual Amazon Video. Now, on Amazon, I could order the old one before this got released, rather recently, actually. When I say recently, it may have been about a year now. But I wasn't able to purchase this for the price I did. I think this was like 40 bucks. Now, while it's still a little pricey for just a few episodes, I say a handful of episodes, it's the complete TV series. And it's still good, and it will always go down as a fan favorite of mine, along with my other animes, such as this. And this was on sale. But this is physical media that if you bought digitally, you probably can't keep. And it just takes one company to shut down. But at any point in time, if I feel like booting up my PlayStation 3, my PS4, I even have a cheap Blu-ray when I used to first moved into an apartment and didn't have hardly any money to my name. It was a small little bitty TV and it was sitting on a tub. And I bought Avatar: The Last Airbender, the whole collection. I have owned it for a few years at that point. And pretty much every day when I got bored, I had no internet, I would sit in my bedroom and watch Avatar. Get ready for bed, and lay down. That was my primary steps when I first was on my own, completely. Physical media, as much as they're trying to pretty much drown it out, when you actually can't tell because they have, if you can't tell, sorry, they have a digital-only Xbox, which I do own, and then they have a digital-only PlayStation. That should tell you they're trying to push this on you, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Well, it is, but what I'm saying is, it didn't seem like it would be a bad thing, something they would force on us. And now it's getting to the point, pretty much everybody's worst nightmares is coming to fruition. I think it was Moist Critical was the first time I heard somebody speak kind of negatively about it. While originally digital content was supposed to be basically a cheaper way to get what you want. Say a video game costs $70. That's for packaging, books, manuals, really well designed books, like designs like of the characters in the books. And now, that doesn't even exist anymore. You have to buy a special edition, which I probably can move my head right back. No, is it back there? No, it's at the table. There. What? There's my finger. That's Final Fantasy 16. While I did not like the game itself, it's still a collector's item. I also have bought quite a few physical collector's boxes or collector's editions of games. While I own quite a few PS4 titles digitally, actually most of the titles I bought, I already own physically. I bought an external hard drive to plug up and actually re-download these games when there were sales. So I'd re-download them for convenience sake, but only when I saw them around $5, $10. Say Naruto, for instance. I have every single one of them on physical disc, sitting on a shelf right now. Every one of them. And all the Batmans, I have every one of them on physical disc. I re-bought their collectors, the complete editions, for like $10 each. So like... or not each, but like all of Naruto for $10, all of Batman for $10. I paid $20 just to have them digitally, just for the convenience sake. Now, I know I'm not talking down about anybody that cannot afford the $10 on top of probably the original price. That's not what I'm talking about. But the fact is, at any point, that convenience can be yanked from me. You can't do nothing about it, but just bend over and accept that Sony's going to butt-fuck you as much as they can. And that goes with any company, really. This is just the first time I've seen it just exposed so hard like a streaker at a Walmart. And I hate to say it, I am a Sony boy. That is my primary system. If anybody is a gamer out there, and some are that watch me, you understand you have a few primary gamers. You will have Xbox, PlayStation, and computer. We don't consider, Switch a gamer thing. While Switch is still for gamers, it's not the mainstream. Call of Duty. Let's just use Call of Duty as a reference. Call of Duty on the platforms it is would be where gamers are gaming. That's how I look at it. While Switch is for the everyman, the families. It's kind of like a Game Boy. You buy it for certain titles that are only on that because it's more of a peaceful getaway. Kind of like Minecraft, except for without all the weird fan art. Or probably with that less weird fan art. You know what? Still with the same weird fan art. But overall, I think this should be like, I would consider one of the darkest days in media right now. As far as for gamers and people that are using their PlayStation account to purchase all these, these shows, these TV shows, movies, whatever was provided. I mean, it's 1,200 titles. That's a lot of money. And if you just take a regular markdown, we'll say $25 on average for a TV season. So they're usually between, around 10. So even if you divided that, that's still a whole lot of money. That is a ridiculous amount of money that any one person could have spent. I think it would become a worse time when pretty much if Amazon Video starts deleting it. I have a little bit of a library on that. It's still stuff I own physically, but I rebought them for quite literally just an easy, it's a lot easier to access. Well, yes, at any point, if I really felt like it. My computer has a disk drive. I don't know if very many people that even have one. And it's Blu-ray. So if I really wanted to, while I'm sitting here, I could literally get one put it on media, and still be able to play my game while watching, Lord of the Rings. I have the entire 4K trilogy, extended edition on there, because it's not a bad movie. I love that movie. I love it so much. I bought somewhere right here. Both, basically, it's the Middle-earth collection. Very nice buy. Bought it when it was on sale, yet again. Physical media, it's all 6 Hobbit and Lord of the Rings movie. It's stuff you're not going to be able to just get a hold of. Now, I got it on Amazon, I think 6 or 3 of them. I know I definitely got Lord of the Rings. All 3 of them for just pennies. I say pennies, but super cheap compared to what you would go buy it physically. Now, that makes sense. PlayStation does not do that, and I don't like that. Basically, overall, I'm here to say Sony's clapping cheeks right now. I don't know whose cheeks, but if I was any of these people, I have not seen where they've initiated refunds yet, announced on the refunds. I'm a little tardy to the party, so I didn't really get to see this day one because all the videos I already did was not a part of this yet. And I really only got to looking into it today. So I don't know where we're going to go forward with the digital era, because this right here is a prime example why Netflix, at least when you're paying for them, you're not paying for the movies. But Amazon, PlayStation, Xbox, I know has it. All these places that you purchase digital content is going to be a problem. You can lose it at any point in time. It's not something I agree with, and I wish if you're going to buy it digitally, you should at least get a little bit of a price, cut. Considering it's just the digital content. While I know there's still a bunch of people that made it and did really good, and there's a whole bunch of red tape behind everybody that puts in, their fair share of work on these games, it's not worth us paying the same price as if I went to Walmart right now, had to go talk to the dirty clerk, more than likely, because my Walmart has some really weird people. Go get it checked out, because first off, I'm antisocial. I don't want to be in town anyway. Anybody that knows that about anything, antisocial people hate public, and I don't want to be out in public. It's not that I have an anxiety attack, I just don't like people. It makes me a little on edge. Not really anxiety inducing, it's just more like, I don't know if that person's about to cough and grab the pickles. I kind of want the pickles. They may grab it and then put it back, and I'm like, yeah, great. And that person probably also scratches their ass and goes straight to picking up vegetables. So yeah, I guess that's a, little warning. Wash your vegetables. People probably have itchy ass fingers and they go touch all the vegetables. But yeah, I just thought I would talk about that, kind of spread the word that people are about to get completely butt fucked. I don't know where. It's going to hurt. I don't know if this is going to hurt Sony and, well, PlayStation itself, but I have to imagine they're going to have to deal out some money, especially full price. I wonder if they're going to give full price for people that pretty much purchased it on sale. That'd be funny. So yeah, I don't have much more to say about that. Anyway, y'all have a good one.